Now in its 19th day, and investigators are still working through tips and leads without a leading theory on her disappearance. But they have ruled out the possibility that she was taken across the border. NTD's Arlene Richards has more on this.
Another day has gone by, and despite thousands of tips and leads, law enforcement still hasn't located Nancy Guthrie, the 84-year-old mother of Today Show host Savannah Guthrie. And several authorities are still grappling over whether the disappearance was a targeted kidnapping, a burglary gone wrong, or something else. Pima County Sheriff Chris Nanos told the BBC on Wednesday that he believes it is a targeted kidnapping.
But the evidence and the case as it unfolds will prove that or prove something else. But yes, I believe it was.
Let's stay on the street. Investigators did confirm to several news outlets on Thursday that Mrs. Guthrie likely isn't in Mexico. According to the New York Times, authorities ruled out a lead on a purchase thought to be connected to the case after communicating with Mexican officials. Surveillance footage from Nancy Guthrie's doorbell camera captured one masked man wearing black gloves and tampering with the camera. Nanos told ABC on Wednesday there are more images.
We have so many images from Ring cameras and videos, traffic videos, intersection videos.
Fox News reports that authorities on Thursday are asking residents near Nancy Guthrie's home to share doorbell camera footage dated to January 11th from 9 p.m. to midnight, a date that aligns with the time frame of a Google search for Guthrie's name. Google data shows a search was conducted on January 11th for Nancy Guthrie's address and her daughter Savannah Guthrie's salary. The outlets say a spokesperson for the Pima County Sheriff's Office told them the FBI has been canvassing the neighborhood asking for footage. The Pima County Sheriff's Department is requesting doorbell video camera footage anytime from January 1st to February 2nd. Meanwhile, the FBI has posted another call for tips that will help them find Nancy Guthrie. They're still offering a reward of up to $100,000.
We run all leads down until we have no more lead.
Arlene Richards, NTD News.
Sheriff Nanos also saying that the case is not cold and urging the captor to just let her go. Joining us to discuss this is retired Las Vegas Police Lieutenant Randy Sutton. He's also the founder and chairman of the Wounded Blue. Randy, good afternoon to you. So the investigation has been going on for 3 weeks. Is the speed of this investigation normal relative to how much information has been found?
Well, there's a massive amount of information that's coming in as far as leads go. I believe they're up to somewhere around 25,000 tips coming in from either the tip lines or emails. That is a massive investigation. And you have to have incredible amounts of personnel that has to triage this information and then try and pare down what needs to be investigated immediately. So it's a big burdensome investigation. Now, if you look at the evidence that has been collected here, we have DNA evidence, we have photographic evidence, we have witnesses that have come forward with the information that needs to be verified. And at the end of the day, it is up to the investigators to pare down what they feel is important and then concentrate on those leads. So this is a long-term investigation. To characterize this as a cold case, that is absolutely not correct.
Okay, so you mentioned thousands of leads, camera footage, DNA evidence. What do they really need to really crack this case?
Well, they need that one piece of information that will be key to cracking the case, and that is who did this and why. Trying to develop a motive for this is critical. Victimology is critical in this investigation. When I say that, the study of the victim. They need to, and what they are doing is combing through every piece of correspondence, digital, telephone that is connected with the victim. They need to know who she has communicated with, because this didn't happen in a vacuum. There is information there that will once pared down will bring investigative leads to law enforcement that will lead to the capture of the individuals who were involved in this.
So, Randy, I just want to ask you of your analysis of this surveillance video that captured a potential male suspect wearing a backpack. We've seen that video a number of times now. It's been out for a while. Can I just ask you, by your analysis, what jumps out to you from watching this footage?
Well, as we have heard, there's a ton of theories out there, and one of those is that this was a burglary gone wrong. I believe that the image that was portrayed on this video that was released, it negates that. Nobody. First of all, I looked at the crime statistics and the reports that have been reported in this area, and nighttime burglaries are extremely rare. You don't dress up like this individual did to go hit a house and steal jewelry. Okay, this was a targeted attack, and I think that what we saw here, what was striking about this, first of all, I mean it's monstrous when you look at this. When I think about it, the victim, Mrs. Guthrie, laying home in her bed, and then this creature coming into her room and taking her forcefully. If that doesn't send a shiver down your spine about the malevolence and evil that's at play here, nothing will. So it really breaks my heart that she had to experience that. This video really shows preparation. Now, I know that it's a little incongruous because we look at how he dealt with the discovery of the doorbell camera, picking up those leaves. That's incongruous. You would think that if he had that information to begin with, he would have brought something like a piece of tape or some paint to paint over it. So that's a little incongruous on this. But I do believe that this shows the intent to commit a devastating crime like what occurred.
I mean, yeah, it's truly terrible what happened to Nancy Guthrie. And President Trump, he was posting threatening the death penalty if the suspect does not return Nancy Guthrie. What are your thoughts on whether local authorities should be leading this case versus maybe potentially having the FBI lead? This has been a talking point.
Oh, very much so. And I have some serious questions about the leadership capabilities of Sheriff Nanos. He has shown himself to be having some serious issues regarding leadership. When I say that, his lack of cooperation with the FBI, which was revealed even by an FBI press release regarding the DNA evidence discovered on one of the glove that was found 2 miles away. For some reason, the sheriff made a determination to send it to a private lab that he has used in the past rather than submitting it directly to the FBI, which is mind-boggling to me. Add to that the mistakes made during the release of the crime scene at such an early stage. That was unforgivable as far as I'm concerned when it comes down to conducting a serious investigation. There has been a lot of discussion internally through my sources regarding the competence of the sheriff and his lack of leadership abilities that had been demonstrated a lot of times during this investigation and prior.
Okay, Randy, just one last thing. What role has Savannah Guthrie played, posting videos that have kept the public's interest, public attention on this investigation?
Well, I've been around a long time, as you well know, and I don't remember the last time a crime like this has captured the attention that it has, not just in the United States, but around the world. I liken this to the Charles Lindbergh baby kidnapping of the last century when the world was captivated by it. And there's, we're in the modern day era of communication and where everyone has access to this type of news. And I think that Savannah's role has been that of the grieving, daughter. If you don't feel something when you see her videos and the pain etched on her face and that of her families, then there's something radically wrong with you if you don't feel that. But unfortunately, people that are capable of doing this type of crime, they have no conscience, they have no humanity. They are predators, and unfortunately the reality is that predators do exist among us, and this is a stark example of just that.
Yeah, and our thoughts are with Savannah Guthrie and her family and Nancy Guthrie, and we sincerely hope that she is returned alive and well. But Randy, thank you so much for giving us your insight. So useful. Thank you so much.
My pleasure.